So they're going to talk a little bit about Ukraine, which, I mean, I think Joe Biden is, he already has threatened Mr. Putin, hey, back off.
Mm-hmm. And that's a lot. Vladimir really just empty threats are his game.
Yeah, it is.
He likes.
Well, he says sanctions are coming. Please don't take away our ability to saturate American market with staking dolls. Russian staking dolls. Don't take ability away for that.
Right.
Yeah. If we take the Russian stacking dolls, well, okay. What I really don't care about is oil pipeline to Europe. But I really do care about Russian staking doll business. Don't touch that. Make me cry boo-hoo. I think Vladimir Putin could be almost that clear.
Mm-hmm.
And Biden would be like, hey, didn't you hear what he said? You got to take these people in their word.
Go after the stacking dolls. What would you do?
What would I do?
Yeah, Glenn Beck, you're president of the United States.
I wouldn't have given him, I wouldn't have given up all of the momentum that we had with Donald Trump.
Mm-hmm.
And I would have said, even if I disagreed with Donald Trump, many of the things that he did, I disagreed with. But, he had the world on the right footing. And if you think he was tough, if you think he has a twitchy eye, why, I might just be senile.
You play up the senility?
Yeah, I would. I would play up I could be dangerous too. I've got a button. Look who could press it.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
I mean, that's the only thing that has stopped somebody like Vladimir Putin, because he'll always out evil somebody.
But they don't believe us at this point. Certainly not with Joe Biden as president.
It's too late now.
So, believe me.
It's like having Homer Simpson as our president. Imagine Homer Simpson. I think Homer Simpson might have a better chance of getting, the things through than Joe Biden. If Homer Simpson were sitting at the Oval Office desk having the teleconference with Vladimir Putin.
Oh, yeah, I would have much more confidence in someone like Simpson. We're talking about a nuclear engineer.
Yeah. Yes, much more confident.
Much more confident and competent. But if Russia, which it does appear like they might be preparing for, invades Ukraine and just takes over the country.
We do nothing.
We're doing nothing, right?
I mean,
that's the end of this. We just say, oh, darn it. And then maybe there's some sanctions and there's some angry letters and speeches, but that is it, right? And if we know that, Vladimir Putin definitely knows it.
Yeah.
They're not going to do anything.
President Z, you don't think President Z and Putin are talking back and forth going, what moron this guy is, huh?
Yeah. And then, obviously, Xi with Taiwan is another logical step after this.
If Vladimir Putin goes into the Ukraine and we do nothing, sanctions. Ooh, not sanctions. I don't want to go to war, but, this is why you have a big stick and you walk softly. Donald Trump had the world convinced he was bat crap crazy, that he just might do it.
Mm-hmm.
That guy could launch. He doesn't care. Now, I think he did care.
Of course.
Deeply.
But they were not able to read what he might do, how he might react in a situation like that.
And his wants were very, very clear. Donald Trump was very clear on how to deal with him. He was going to do the right thing as he saw for America. So there's no deals off the side that you can make with him. Just flatter him. Say, hey, love your hotels, dude. Love your hotels. You're great, wonderful. Flatter him and give him as much as you can that will help his country. Right now, what is Biden coming to the table? Who's he really protecting? Seriously, who's he protecting? Him?
So
his
far,
son?
he hasn't protected anybody.
Right.
That's one of the tragedies of his presidency.
What's he stand for? Seriously, what does this guy stand for? He doesn't stand for traditional America, for the America that we've always known and loved.
No,
he doesn't stand for that. He's not standing for regular jobs. He's standing for union jobs. Who does he really answer to? You or the union or who?
I don't have any answer for you on this stuff. I don't know what he's doing. I don't know what he's trying to do. I mean, he is... I know what AOC is trying to do, right? Yeah. I don't know what Biden is trying to do. I mean, it seems to me he's in a contest to get to the lowest possible approval rating. That's the only thing materially I can tell that he's trying to do. He's trying to get to 6%. And he's on his way.
So do you think that, here's the advice to President Joe Biden from the Ukraine defense minister. Please stand firm against Moscow. If I can advise President Biden, I would like him to articulate to Mr. Putin that no red lines from the Kremlin side should be here. The red line is here in Ukraine, and the civilized world will react without hesitation. The idea of not provoking Russia will not work. So what he's saying is there's a red line, and if Russia moves, there will be, quote, a bloody massacre. And so what they're asking is, look, I've talked to the Ukrainians. The Ukrainians are very clear. They will fight you to the last man. It will be a bloody massacre. And we're not going to see all these people massacred. NATO will respond. Don't do it. But he doesn't have the credibility to pull that off.
No, he doesn't. And, look, if you think we're going to stop, if we allow the Ukraine thing to happen, which I fully expect, will there be sanctions? Yes, we'll do something.
Darn staking dolls, no longer for sale.
No more stacking dolls in Walmart.
Oh, they got rid of our diplomats. Oh, boo-hoo, I'm crying right now inside deeply.
Right. So, yes, some of that stuff will happen. But if you think, remember, Ukraine has twice as many people as Taiwan and has 10 times the landmass or more. So if we don't do anything about Ukraine, we're not going to do anything about Taiwan.
Mm-mm.
Now, this is free reign, and I think they all realize they have it. All these countries realize this is the time to take your steps that you've been wanting to take for years and years and years, because we have shown, particularly in Afghanistan, but in so many other areas, that we are weak. And you can roll over us, and we're not going to do anything.
You know what's really scary is for years I've said there's going to come a time when the rest of the world will look at each other and go, oh my gosh, nobody's watching the store. Go. Yeah. Now.
It does feel like we're there.
And it feels like that. I mean, it's going to be really interesting. I'd love to see this action. I'd love to be a fly on the wall and actually know what was being said. I bet it is head in your hands, kind of the embarrassment that the prosecution had on the Kyle Rittenhouse trial, where you're just like, oh my gosh,
this is happening.
I can't believe this is happening. I bet it's that. I bet it's going to be that.
I don't think, other than symbolism, though, that there's much to happen here in this meeting, is there? I mean, look, Vladimir Putin's going to say what he wants to say, and Biden will probably say things that are, generally speaking, consistent.
You'll take a measure of the man, though.
Yeah.
And that's why Hitler...
Do they need to do that with Biden? They know who he is. The guy's been going around the world for the past multiple decades, begging people for money.
I think you
using
want to
his
know
influence
how.
For his son.
I think you want to know how. If I'm a foreign actor, and I can have a meeting with the president, who I've met a million times in the past, but I can have a meeting with him now, one-on-one. Now that he is president, now that he is where he is with the poll numbers that he has, and the striking image of competence, I would have a conversation with him. I would want to know, how out to lunch is this guy? Because I know the vice president ain't going to cut it. So this guy's going to make mistakes, and the American people, they're not going to throw him out for her. They're screwed for 4 years.
Let me rephrase this question. You are Vladimir Putin.
Yes. I'm worried about staking dolls.
Yes, the stacking dolls are a very, very big part of your agenda.
I thought maybe that journalist was just staking doll that wouldn't open up. I was throwing her off roof to see if she would open. She opened up. Unfortunately, no staking doll inside.
Right. So you're Vladimir Putin.
Yes.
I know when I ever get close to a Zoom meeting, I just look at the screen and I say, please don't ring. Please don't ring. Please don't work. Please don't work.
Yeah.
I just assume and hope.
Yeah.
Is that what Vladimir Putin's doing, or does he want this meeting?
He wants this meeting.
And now let me give you the people around the president of the United States.
They're all saying, please, is there any way? Don't pick up the phone, Vlad.
Right.
Don't pick up the phone.
And that tells you all you need to know about this meeting.
Yeah.
What is the upside for the United States to talk to Vladimir Putin about this? So the only upside is that Joe Biden can get on record they'll pull a couple good quotes from him, not with actual audio, but just text and probably rewrite them. That he sounds kind of tough. He said he was going to off the sanctions, and he better not do this, or there's going to be a big response. And he'll have his tough talk that he can come back to the American people and say, I was on the right side of this. But like Vladimir Putin knows, there's nothing that Joe Biden can say or will say. And even if he does say something that actually would threaten Vladimir Putin, he knows that he's not going to go through with it. There's no downside to Putin.
The only reason to have it is I haven't yet made decision whether or not think that those around Joe Biden will be capable of stopping me. So I'm listening to Joe Biden going, this guy is such a boob, and the people around him. I'd ask enough questions to find out, is he really in charge? And if he's really in charge, is he going to be like he was with Afghanistan, where he's got these fools in the Pentagon?
But this is what I mean.
He can steamroll.
This is what I mean, though. The upside there would be more information, right? You might have more information. What's the downside? Where is the downside on this call for Vladimir Putin?
There is none.
There is none. So
Correct.
Why is it occurring? What's the downside for us? Tons of stuff, right? Like Joe Biden might start talking about squirrels in the middle of the call. We have no idea. There's tons of downside for us. Where's the downside for them? I can't find any.
Yeah, I'd like to stop saying there's tons of downside for Biden, because there's really not. Because quite honestly, guys, we all know this. I mean, let's be kind. In 10 years, he's gone. You know what I mean? He's gone. He's lived a long, long life. Nobody's going to say, "Gee," and they took him so young. The downside is for us, for our children, for the country,
the American people. There's a downside, and there's no downside for the Putin regime.
None.
So why is it occurring?
Because he is the duly elected president of the United States, and if he says he wants to have a meeting with Vladimir Putin, he gets a meeting with Vladimir Putin.
Exactly.
And unlike the last administration, where it seemed like everybody was on high alert, this guy may not be mentally stable, and leaking that everywhere, everybody here seems totally good to go right along with it.